Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel and thank you for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so to know when I post the next video. You can also follow me on social media. I'm on Facebook, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Instagram, and I'm also on Twitter. Today we are going to look at the third essay that you write for the Chevening application, and that is studying in the UK essay. Personally, this is one of the easiest essays to write because you're just supposed to justify why you've chosen the selected universities. As you all know, you should have identified or selected 3 courses or universities where you'd want to pursue your studies if you got the Chevening scholarship. And this essay requires you to show that you've actually researched about your courses, that you know the exact skills that you want to gain from these courses and why these skills are important to you. One of the things that Chevening states when writing this essay is that you need not to duplicate or repeat information that you've already provided in other sections of the application. And this means you do not need to explain what degrees you hold or the qualifications you hold, because Chevening already has them in the other parts of your application. And the other thing you need to note is that while selecting courses, please consider 2 factors. One of the factors is ability, and the other factor is on the career that you would want to pursue. In this case, for instance, if you don't have a background in engineering, then that means your ability is limited. But at the same time, if your career plan is in international development, then you need to know which courses you want to pursue that would lead to a career in international development. Please remember while selecting your courses that courses can have the same title but they are different. So you need to go to the courses descriptions, look at the modules to know whether they are contributing to the skills that you would want to gain. First of all, you have to introduce your studying in the UK essay, and the way you introduce it is by describing a problem briefly and then linking that problem with some skills that you don't have, and then having a sentence that concludes your first paragraph of that introduction that says, this is what has motivated me to pursue a career in, let's say, project management, international development, so as to solve the challenges that you've identified in the previous sentence of the introduction. The next paragraph should try and saying what your first choice is and why you've chosen it and what skills are you planning to get. The other thing is that when you give a reason for selecting a university, then you need to qualify it, or you need to customize it to fit into the skills that you are planning to gain from that course. For instance, if you say the course appeals to me because of the module XX taught by Professor ZZZ, then you need to say how that module contributes to your career or the skills they would want to gain. One of the mistakes I identify while reviewing applicants' essays is that when they mention the reasons they are selecting these universities, they do not qualify them or they do not customize them so that they fit into their own career or the skills they would want to gain. For instance, you cannot say you just want to go to a university in Manchester. You need to give a reason why Manchester is appealing to you. Is it because of the football club that you support? Is it because of the cultural activities that happen there? Is it because of a certain festival? You need to be very specific. If you want to show that you've really researched courses, please remember that you do have to mention professors, mention modules to show that you've actually researched about the courses. One of the mistakes that I identify while reviewing applicants' essays is that when they use rankings, they don't use rankings that are latest. So for instance, you cannot use rankings for 2016 or 2017 where already we have rankings for 2022. Please do note that you need also a conclusion for your essay, and the conclusion should basically be talking generally about the courses you've chosen or why you want to study in the UK. While giving the reasons you've selected universities, I would advise to give at least 3 reasons for each of the universities, and each of the universities selected should take its own paragraph, and the paragraph should be starting with my first choice, my second choice, or my third choice is. One of the things Chevening is looking at is applicants who have really researched into the courses they have chosen. So when you have mentioned a professor, a certain module, and gone to explain specifically how it addresses certain skills that you want to gain and how you can link it to the kind of issues you want to solve in your country, then you'll have written a very good studying in the UK essay. One of the things that will make your essay stand out here is mentioning a module and the professor who teaches it, or mentioning something specific about your course and how it contributes to the skills you want to gain. For instance, the course could be having, let's say, an attachment or an internship that actually lets you complement the theory with some practical skills, and then linking these practical skills to a challenge you'd want to solve in your country. One of the ways that made my essay stand out was mentioning that the MSc Agriculture and Development at the University of Reading was appealing to me because of the module Agriculture Project Planning and Management in Developing Countries, and linking the skills that I would gain from that module to the kind of problems that I would want to solve in my country concerning agriculture. Please note, once you get it right in justifying your first choice, you can use the same format in justifying the other two choices.